Hey there, kids! Are you ready for a super fun adventure? Today, we're going to learn the alphabet from A to Z with my best buddy, Mr. Whiskers the cat. Isn't that exciting? Just imagine a fluffy little cat, his tail twitching, his eyes sparkling with mischief as we dive into the wonderful world of letters. Let's get started. A is for apple. Yum! Who doesn't love a crunchy, juicy apple? Mr. Whiskers loves apples too, but only the ones that fall from the tree. He thinks they're like little treasures. Can you picture him rolling around in the grass with an apple? Silly cat. B is for ball. Oh, Mr. Whiskers goes crazy for balls. He'll chase them all over the house, pouncing and leaping like a little furry ninja. Watch out, world. Here comes Mr. Whiskers, the ball-chasing champion. Can you imagine him wearing a tiny little medal? So cute. C is for cat, and that's definitely Mr. Whiskers. He's the star of our show today. With his fluffy fur and twitchy whiskers, he's always ready for a new adventure. Sometimes he thinks he's a lion, prowling around the house like he owns the place. Roar! But really, he's just a big softie who loves to cuddle. D is for dog. Now, Mr. Whiskers has a funny story about dogs. One time, he saw a big dog in the park, and instead of being scared, he puffed out his fur and tried to look tough. But when the dog barked, he ran up a tree faster than you can say, meow. Can you imagine a cat up in a tree, looking down at a confused dog? Hilarious! E is for elephant. Mr. Whiskers loves to imagine what it would be like to be as big as an elephant. He thinks he could stomp around, making the ground shake. But then again, he'd miss being able to curl up in a cozy little ball. I mean, can you picture an elephant trying to fit on a windowsill? Not gonna happen. F is for fish. Oh boy, do we have to be careful here? Mr. Whiskers dreams of catching fish in a big pond. He imagines himself with a tiny fishing rod, waiting patiently. But here's the thing, he's never caught a fish in his life. Instead, he just watches them swim by, his little paws twitching with excitement. Silly kitty. G is for grapes. Did you know that grapes are a big no-no for cats? But Mr. Whiskers doesn't know that. He thinks they're little green balls just waiting to be batted around. I have to keep an eye on him because I don't want him getting into trouble. H is for hat. Mr. Whiskers loves to try on hats. He's got a little wizard hat, a cowboy hat, and even a funny beanie. When he wears them, he struts around like he's the king of the world. Look at me, he seems to say. I'm the fanciest cat in town. G is for ice cream. Oh, Mr. Whiskers has never tasted ice cream, but he loves to watch me eat it. His eyes get all big and sparkly, and he tries to sneak a lick. Just imagine a cat with ice cream on his nose. So funny. J is for jump. Mr. Whiskers can jump higher than you'd believe. He leaps onto the highest shelves, surveying his kingdom like a little furry ruler. But sometimes he miscalculates and ends up in a pile of laundry. Oops, K is for kite. On windy days, Mr. Whiskers loves to chase kites. He thinks they're giant, fluttering birds that need to be caught. He races around, his little legs moving like a blur, trying to catch that elusive tail. Go, Mr. Whiskers, go! L is for laughter. And that's what Mr. Whiskers brings to my life every single day. Whether he's being silly or just curling up next to me, he always knows how to make me smile. Isn't that what friends are for? So, are you ready to keep going with Mr. Whiskers? Let's learn the rest of the alphabet together. Who knows what other silly adventures await us? Grab your pencils, and let's write our own story with letters A to Z.